It's
Yes,
preparing
sir.
for
Yes,
live
sir.
stream meeting, bro.
We in there. We in there like swimwear.
What's going on? What's going on? Call it how we see it, nation. It's your boy
Yeah.
D Walt, followed by your boy Amore J.
Yes,
What's
sir.
popping,
Yes,
Amore, man?
sir. What's going on, my brother, man? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. I can't complain, man. It's
Hey,
it's a good Monday.
this is our what? This is our first live stream, first of many,
Yeah, first of many, man. First live
first of
stream,
many,
man.
huh? Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Feels good.
I
So
feel
hey,
good about this, man.
it ain't nothing different though, because it ain't like we be fucking up. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much do the
Nah,
same thing anyways. We record and we drop it. We just drop it later. So this is same thing, still on the spot,
same
still off
thing.
the dome. You know what I'm saying? And but we had to do it tonight because
Yeah, we had to do it.
we got some news today,
We
right?
got some news, and I like me some new news around here, right?
Especially some bullshit when it comes from the dude we finna talk about.
Man.
I've been grinding my teeth on this dude all goddamn year, bro, and he ain't getting no better.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I was on this dude's bandwagon up until Jason Tatum showed up to the party, man. Right, and we all know what happened on that, right? I talked all that cash trash, and I pretty much mailed
Yeah.
my ticket back home.
I
Whew,
I
Lord,
wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't
man,
gonna
I
say
gotta keep
nothing.
it 100, man. You know how I do it, man. I gotta keep it 100, man. He hurt me, man. But
Yeah.
I know he don't like the media to talk about him. But we got to go ahead and give him a piece of that, man. This stunt that he just pulled today, man, is unbelievable.
Okay.
Can you believe this?
And when we talk about this stunt, what are we talking about right now?
I'm talking about him having the audacity to walk up to the owner and tell him basically it's either me or the coaching staff and the GM. Like he talking about he don't even want Steve Nash or the GM. Like I am utterly shocked. I thought this was a Kyrie problem. This is about coaching and a GM. Good
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, man, isn't that what they said they can do? I mean, I know the words may not have came out of his mouth, right? But being the leader of the squad, right? He could at least told Kyrie, hey, bro, like we really need a coach.
Yeah.
But he just said we
Exactly.
didn't need one and he got us somebody and now we pissy?
Look, man. Look, when I seen this, immediately I had to hit you up. I was like, bro, we gotta get on tonight. We gotta get on live. And
Yeah.
that's where this all kind of came from, because like
Yeah.
you said, like I said, I kind of been over him little by little, man, year by year. You know what I'm saying? I've been said that some of his characteristics have just not
Been the same.
it ain't been the same. You know what I'm saying? I always said ever since he went to Golden State is when things started to turn over for him. Like I've always said, I've always felt like his ball started to drop a little bit when I always compared him to that kid that, when he's by himself is tell us tuck. And then he come pull up with his cousins and homies and all his boys. All of a sudden that tail come out and he starts showing his ass. And I've always said it. I've always used that when it came to Durant, he's just been a different person ever since he left OKC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
And I just couldn't, this shit really got to me. And here's the reason why. Here's my issue.
Yeah.
If we talk about guys like LeBron, we talk about guys like Kobe, we talk about guys like James Harden, we talk about guys like Steph Curry, we talk about all these superstar guys, right? We know when it comes down to these kind of guys, they're gonna have the okay, like teams and organizations go all out when it comes to these superstars, right?
Yeah.
And so what I'm getting at is that before this coach came, what we're talking about, Steve Nash, we know damn well they're going to come and talk to them first. They're not going to just make a decision on a coach like that kind of decision when you decide to come sign here as a free agent in the offseason. They're not going to just pick any coach that they, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is that you had to have given the okay on this, right? If you didn't want this guy as your coach, then you would have not gave that approval. So my whole issue now is that I know you gave the approval. I know they didn't just go behind your back and say, hey, we're going to no, I know you gave this approval. Now, I don't know if I don't know if they gave this approval based on the fact that they feel they can run over him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they gave this approval on the fact that they actually wanted him as the coach. You know what I'm saying? Thought he was going to do a good job. Whatever the case it was, you approved it. You gave the approval stamp on this shit, right? And so the fact that now you're saying it's either you or the GM/coach, the shit I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit.
I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit too.
And it's two things. And let me hold on real quick.
Yeah, I call straight bullshit, bro. I'm with you on this one, man. And you know I like Kevin Durant, man. You know I like me some Kevin Durant. But this dude has lost his damn mind.
Okay,
Let's just keep it 100.
and so my thing is, you gave that approval. So now for me, I feel like it's two things. I feel like, was you fake from the get-go, or is this just another way of trying to get out and, force your way out? Right.
Right.
Me, what I want to think that this is just another way of him trying to force his way out, right? Because things are getting quiet, and I think he's starting to feel like, fuck, I might end up having to stay here and play. I'm stuck on this 4-year contract, right? So
Yeah.
me personally, I feel like that's what this is that he's just trying to find another way, because at this point he's like, man, I've already requested a trade. They can't find the suitors to give up everything they want. Well, what the fuck else can I do now? Because I really don't got too much more leverage. So what can I do that will force me up out of here now? Because I've already asked for the trade, and they're kind of like, we ain't gonna give it to you at this point because we're not getting enough. And so now I think that he sat back with his agent and said, what can we do now? And this was their option. Like, bro,
this is what they came up with. Yeah.
This is what they came up with. This is what I feel like, because I just can't sit here and put together that you accepted and you gave the approval for this coach to come, and all of a sudden 1 year later or so, all of a sudden you have a problem with your GM and your coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Makes zero sense to me too, man. Zero.
Everything that has gone on with this organization, with this team, it hasn't been the GM, it hasn't been the coach, it's been health. First off, it was health. Yeah. And then on top of that, then it was the shenanigans with the Kyrie Irving on and off the court and stuff like that. Yeah. So everything that happened, it was nobody's fault besides the players and injuries, right? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to come here with your boy Kyrie. Boom, right? Y'all wanted James Harden, gave up tons of went and got him. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody's fault. So the fact that all of a sudden now it's me or them or the highway, I just feel like, me personally, it's bullshit. I think that this is going to continue to tarnish his legacy and who he is as a person. Obviously, people are going to always say he's one of the best skilled players on the court, which he is. I've said that he's one of the top 5 scorers of all time. But it's not just about that. Like, look at guys like T.O. in the NFL. Like, how hard, the whole NFL situation. I mean, the Hall of Fame situation for him, because of the shenanigans shits. And the crazy part about him is that it wasn't even bad stuff outside of football. They just were trying to give him a bad name because he was different, because he spoke out, and because he acted in a different manner than what they wanted him to, and stuff like that, which is crazy. And so obviously KD's still going to, be a Hall of Famer, because it's nothing you can do about what the man can do on the court. But I feel like it should be something to be looked at, though, honestly, with the past few years and with the way he's moved and stuff like that, and I know we talk about it a lot nowadays about how at what point do owners and GMs start putting their foot down on letting guys force their way out? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It has to come to a point sooner than later where somebody does something, and if they do trade him, this has to be the last straw, man, because I am getting tired of seeing guys force their way out,
I'm about done with this shit too, bro.
It kills me, because you look at guys like Damian Lillard, where guys want to see him leave and people want to see him go to a franchise where he can, strive at and get a championship, but he continues to sign contracts and continues to play whether they, you know what I'm saying? He signs his contracts, he plays his contracts out. You don't hear him talking,
no trash,
nothing. These guys get to pick where they go, sign a contract, and then want to leave. Like, how the fuck does that work? Like,
we're in a different age. We're in a different age where they could just, they do whatever they want.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, but how you feel about this whole Durant shit, man?
So this is how I feel, man. Because I'm a huge Kevin Durant fan, man. But it comes a point where, like, you got to start keeping it 100 a little bit, right? Obviously, man, he has a little bit of a character flaw, right? Yeah. Taking criticism has not been one of his strongest suits since OKC, right? Then he gets to go to state, and like you said, like most kids that get picked on a little bit, man, he grew some balls. You know what I mean? And he, started to smell himself a little bit. Yeah. And then I think winning those championships and then winning MVP ultimately made him feel untouchable, right? Because we all anointed him like the best basketball player alive, and that includes myself, and I love me some LeBron James, and I gave him that, and the toenail incident, made him really feel good, which, again, if anybody can go back and look it up, I was talking about the little toenail incident, and he was going to come in here and rip it up. But then what I failed to realize was what like everybody else was trying to tell me was that he got a little arrogant, right? He got a little arrogant, and arrogance kicked in when he was basically saying, well, I don't care what coach I get. You know what I'm saying? To just agree to that, and then to let Kyrie do whatever Kyrie was going to do, because I was telling you this earlier, that it was like he didn't want to be LeBron James part 2 to Kyrie, right? So Kyrie's big problem with LeBron was that LeBron was kind of structured, right? Well, not kind of, but LeBron is structured. He demands perfection. Yeah. Well, Kevin Durant didn't want that to happen, you know what I mean? Or to tarnish their relationship. So, oh man, Kyrie do whatever. Well, we see what happens when Kyrie do whatever.
And that's the difference that people kind of touch on a lot too, is that KD is not a natural born leader.
No, he's not.
They've said, you hear it many times that he just wants to come out there and hoop, which is cool. But when you this caliber of a player, you got to be more than
you can't just come out and hoop.
You can't.
And you got to be more than that.
That's why, I think the whole thing of what Kyrie, his issues with, like you said, what LeBron was back then is that, like you say, LeBron was structured. He want the best out of you. LeBron wasn't taking none of that bullshit. Hey, you're not practicing today. Nah. If I'm at practice, you're gonna be at practice.
You at practice.
If you're gonna take a day, like, nah, you ain't taking no sick days. Like, I'll get your ass up out of here if that's the case. And so,
yes, exactly.
And KD didn't have that kind of control on Kyrie. Kyrie look at him like, that's my brother. That's my nigga. Like, I ain't got to
worry about that.
I don't owe you nothing. But in the sense, like, you do though, bro. Like, this dude followed you here to come win the ring. Yeah. And it's
heavily influenced. It's a heavily influenced Kyrie situation. Because remember, Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken, was or not Brooklyn, but New York was where he wanted to go originally, right? And then he got talked into going to Brooklyn by Kyrie. And then COVID happens, right? Kyrie basically tells him, I ain't doing this, right? And he obliges. Then before then, man, it don't matter what coach we get. I mean, we're a powerhouse. Then it's just like a bunch of things led up to Kyrie actually getting what Kyrie wanted, but Kevin Durant not getting what he wanted. You know what I mean? And which again, he wants the ball, he wants to win, but in order to be that leader, or in order to be the man, right? You have to lead like the man, and he's not able to lead like the man. Yeah, he's Dick Grayson, if you mind. Like Dick Grayson always wanted to be Batman, but then when given the mantle, it didn't last long. Want to know why? Because it takes a certain type of character to be Batman, right? Not everybody can fill those shoes of Batman. He's a good Robin. I will give him that. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's a good 2 option. He's a good 3 option. And I'm not disrespecting him by saying that, but I'm coming from a leadership standpoint. He's not the person that's going to be in there to lead you. Batman going to go out there and lead. Robin just want to be everybody's friend, because I know what it's like to be number 2. And that's kind of where we at with Kevin Durant, man. Then there's no disrespect to him. It's just being honest. It's a character flaw for him.
And that's why he's picking to go to another team that has a leader
that has stars
like Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? They got a leader in Chris Paul. They got a stud who don't mind taking the ball, taking the game over in Booker. And
Booker,
And the worst part about all this, man, is that this is the part that kills me the most. You don't want to be a leader, all this, right? You just want a ball. But then as soon as you go get with some other studs, some motherfuckers that don't even need you there in the first place, you know what I'm saying? You want to go act hard and shit. When you drop in 35, 40, you start talking all this shit. Well, bro, you on a team with 3 other superstars. Like,
it's easy.
The best defender got to go on somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like, how do you
feel? Easy.
It's easy.
It's easy. It's cupcake.
Like we had a segment before where we was like, if you played on that Golden State Warriors team, y'all ass might have went out and got 10 points a game.
I would have.
You know what I'm saying?
Think about it, because I mean, who watching me, right?
Yeah.
Who watching me? Like that's the point that we got to remember that though. Like he has to remember that, man. You had Clay before he got hurt, and you had Steph who can virtually hit any shot anywhere.
Look what it just did for Andrew Wiggins. Look what it just did for him.
Right.
Like when he was with the Timberwolves, they drafted him to be their number 1, to be their go-to guy, and he wasn't that at all. He looked like maybe a third player on that team.
Third player. Yeah.
He comes over here with Steph and with these young guys and becomes basically the number 2. Like, but sometimes some nights the 1,
some nights the 1.
But that's because you have these different options on your team that multiple guys can get hot And
And that
so,
includes Draymond, because Draymond can have his moments where he can
yes,
get
he
hot
can.
too, man.
He can.
Yeah, you know,
He
it
can.
ain't often. It's like, yeah, no, it ain't often. But when he does, bro, you know it's a bad day for you, man, when Draymond start hitting it.
Yeah, man. And so that just so now we speak about this now and how we feel about that. Do you think that this is going to work? What do you think is going to
No,
happen next from this?
no. I'm gonna tell you something. I thought there was other candidates better than Steve Nash to take the job, and you know I love me some Steve Nash, and I know I'm using that word a lot. I was a huge Steve Nash fan. I just didn't think he was ready for coaching. This looks bad on. This is bad for him. You know what I mean? Like this was really really bad for him. It's almost to the point where like you want to say, man, like he's not worth giving up. I mean, I wouldn't move mountains for somebody that's lukewarm. I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I'm not gonna move the mountains and change everything because he all of a sudden feeling lukewarm. So then if he don't like them today, then damn he ain't gonna like me tomorrow. Right.
Yep.
And I'm the owner. I mean, no. Look, we said a lot of things about LeBron James, you know, through like the course of his career about him getting coaches fired. I've never heard LeBron upright just say I want him fired and I want the GM fired. I've never heard that.
Like you said, and like you said earlier, you said, you know, and if he did, at least it wasn't like public, it wasn't out there.
It wasn't public, it wasn't out there.
It was something that
I told y'all about Frank Vogel. What did I say about Frank Vogel?
Well, we all knew. We all knew he was out of there.
LeBron knew what he was doing to get him fired. But notice he never once said or had an open door meeting or closed door meeting that came out that said, "Oh, I wanted Frank Vogel." No, man, he played
it all. It all sounded like it was coming from basically the management and so forth. They wanted him out rather than
he had no. Hands wasn't even dirty,
knew,
bro.
But we all knew. You know,
we knew what that was.
You know how it goes when the Lakers organization, man. They expect you to win, and if you're not winning, you know. If they can't put on players, it's gonna be the coach. If it's not the coach, it's a player. That's just how it goes, you know.
But at this point, like, what do you do with him? If I'm any team at this particular point, I again, including with Brooklyn, I don't want to deal with nobody that's lukewarm. You can't love me today and then hate me tomorrow. You know, a lot of that comes about you being the leader. When you step onto the court, no matter what squad you go to, right? You have to learn how to be a leader. And at this particular point, you keep bouncing around the other leaders. Hey, bro, you're everywhere. I've never seen a journeyman as bad as this, bro. Like how you be a top tier superstar, bro, and you get like journeyman status. You know, like that's what he is, man. Like you said it about QBs. You said it about like backup point guards and shit. Oh, he's good enough, you know what I mean, to hold something down for, you know, for a couple years. But we're talking about somebody that we can look at top 15, top 10 player of all times, and he's moving around like he bottom 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of shit is this? This is ridiculous, man. And again, I love me some Kevin Durant. I do.
I know you do.
This nigga gotta get his shit together, bro, because he making me look bad. He making me look bad. I said he was the best player in basketball right now. And he's making it hard for me to defend him. And I hate this, man. I get a phone call from you and I'm shocked.
And the worst part about it is that at this point, he should still be up there as one of the best players. But it's the shit that he's doing outside of basketball is kind of taken away from, like, he should just off the rip be like, he is a number one basketball player, but because of this shit that he's doing, it's taken away. I feel like it's taken away from like the I can't say like the love of the game, but it's just it's fucking it up, bro. It's fucking it up.
It's really fucking it up big time, bro.
I don't know, bro.
He's taking it. He taking it, bro.
I do personally, like, I don't want to say that I wanted to work. That I told you, I feel like this was like a last thing.
Straw.
Like last straw. Like they're trying to figure out how to get him out of there. Unfortunately, I think that it is going to work. You know, now that everybody knows that he reiterated that he wants to be off of shore, you know, teams are going to get back on, you know, they're going to get together tomorrow, get around that table, you know, circle up one more time, come up with some, you know, you know, I guess they said that the owner is going to basically have a decision real soon.
Yeah.
But
I mean, but how do you break up with your look again? Your GM did a great job. I may not have liked the move of getting Ben Simmons there, but still he got you something for nothing because somebody was basically, I mean, again, James Harden looked like he ate the turkey and some, bro, and he was just there to be there. You know,
we know he ate the turkey.
You know, he ate the turkey, bro. He was walking around looking like the Thanksgiving turkey. So I mean, y'all got something out of nothing. Yeah, he got mental issues. And again, I'm not saying anything wrong with that because again, y'all know I'm a firm believer on mental issues. And he also had back problems. But man, this dude is about to come in there healthy, man. I mean, you could really have something here, but but Kevin Durant just being Kevin Durant. I guess Russ was right about something, man. That boy's a cupcake, and I hate to say it. That boy is a cupcake. He is soft.
So I just can't see. I can't see them parting ways. Like they just signed the GM to an extension, bro. And that's why I said KD knew what he was doing by leaking this today. He knew what he was doing. He knows they're not going to pick him over them. And if they do,
shame on them.
It's going to be shame on them. They will
on them.
They will never hear the end of it. And so Kevin Durant, him and whoever he spoke to, they sat back and they thought real hard about this. And they were, if this is what they were trying to do by getting him out, it's fucked up, but it was the perfect move to do.
It's a field goal kick, bro.
Because like you said, bro, if they don't trade him, then you have a guy that is just like letting you know over and over and over, he just don't want to be here. And if he is here, basically you have to get rid of my coach and your GM who you just extended because obviously you feel like he's been doing a hell of a job as a GM. So he knows they're not going to let them go. You know what I'm saying? And so I see it happening.
Like, bro, this is a toxic relationship, man. Have you ever dated somebody, bro, that was just lukewarm like this, bro? Like it's the worst feeling ever, man. You wake up one morning, oh baby, I love you. And the next morning, man, I hate your fucking guts, man.
Yeah.
I can't put up with this nigga no more.
It's good while you're having sex, and then and then
after that,
when you got to sit in the house and look at each other and shit, it's like, all right,
it's awful. And then on top of that too, social media is no different than anything else. Like you do in basketball, right? Because what's the first thing they do whenever they get mad at you, bro? They start posting that shit so everybody can see. Let me tell you about this
subliminals
subliminals,
motherfuckers.
Messages. This is Kevin Durant. This is what they're dealing with. This is the type of character that they're dealing with. They're dealing with somebody that's just unstable, bro. He's the toxic person inside a relationship. Who wants to deal with that, bro? I know there's somebody for everybody. But damn, bro. Like, damn.
Yeah, man.
Like, I don't know, man.
So they got, I think it was 3 teams in the mix, which is still Toronto, the Celtics, and then I believe it was out of Miami and Phoenix.
Miami. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. I don't give a damn about Toronto. Y'all can do whatever. I mean,
the whole thing with them is that apparently they want Scotty Barnes out of that, but they're acting like, but I get it. Like, obviously you don't want to let go of everybody. And so here's the toughest part about this, man. At this point, but I know before, Brooklyn basically, like, I think there were some good offers out there, but it was from teams that obviously Kevin Durant wouldn't want to go to. Like, for instance, like Utah, we know how much fucking picks they got right now. They could send like 8 picks right now to get him, right? But it ain't where he would want to go because obviously he wants to go somewhere and win. Now, I know originally they wasn't going to do that to him. If it's me and you pull some shit like this on me, your ass is going to Utah. Yeah, straight up.
What? Yes.
You finna go whoever gives me the haul, whoever's ready to back that ass up and drop the haul, you going there. Fuck all that. Fuck all that love and loyalty we have for you, trying to find the right match for you and do good by you. After you put this shit, you're about to, bro. You about to go.
You about to go play with 3 centers. You about to go play with 3 centers on your roster.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he has any kind of like, I would think, but at this time of his life and his career, that he would have some type of trade clause and stuff like that. And I would think he would, but if he don't, because this being his first year, bro, you're up out of there. You're out of there.
1 year, bro, and his is shipping out. Like, he packing his bags. He gets a fresh deal and he is packing bags. Like, what, if I'm not mistaken, but he still had like 4 years left on his contract?
4 years. He got
4 years left on this contract. This man couldn't complete a year and was ready to go. On some bullshit. Look, again, I like the brother. So I got to keep saying that because I know he's sensitive. I like the brother. But this brother got to do something about this, man. He cannot be this damn lukewarm.
Man.
He acting like Judas at the table, fool. Like he is a mess. I hate to say this, bro. When everybody walking around the table talking about, is it I? Like this nigga know it's him. You know what I'm saying? He know it's him. He got a problem.
You do.
And the only way to fix it, and I agree with you, is to ship him somewhere where he don't want to go. Do not give him the option to be where he wants to be. If he got no trade,
I will laugh I actually kind of hope that happens. But again, I gotta dig in and see what's up with his contract, find out if that's something they can do. Yeah. Because because like I said, I know before they weren't even talking about that because they were trying to do right by him because he came to Brooklyn and gave Brooklyn a chance. And you didn't give them a chance. You've been there for 3 years and you ain't even played but fucking 60% of that 3 years or whatever.
Yeah, he didn't play enough, man.
You didn't really give them a chance, but
I get what they're saying, but they talking about the toenail. That's give him a chance. He got the toenail. Because what he gave this last go round, bro, I was hurt.
Yeah. He got a lot. He got.
I ain't living for yesterday. I'm living for today. And today, the last time I saw him, bro, I've never seen his shot blocked a day in my life until Jason Tatum stepped on his ass. I thought that shot was unblockable. Yeah. But I saw something in him, bro, that I never saw before in anybody else. Like this brother just flat out just let us all know he did not want to be there no more. He was done. I've never seen somebody play so lazy, so sloppy. Like he was just. Have you ever seen Kevin Durant look like that? Like he just looked like he was. To say he won a hoop, he liked to hoop. Did you see that? Man,
you know what it looked like to me? It looked like a guy that thinks he's a 1, but ain't really a 1. He's really a fucking great 2.
I told you, bro. I'm telling you, he's a good Robin. He's a good Robin. And again, I know I'm probably gonna get some hate for saying that, but he's a good Robin. He is not Batman,
right,
bro.
You better not get no hate right now from that shit.
I'm just.
It's called it how we see it. Shit. That's what the fuck. It's called
how we see it. That's what it is. He's a number 2, bro. He's a number 2, and he's a good number 3. Go ask Golden State.
It looked like they're using a number 2 clipper that nigga hair because that shit do not go down at all.
If anything, he should be mad at the barber, right?
That motherfucker, man, they using a number 2 guard and the shit ain't even cut his shit off, motherfucker. They need to fucking put a 0 on that bitch and cut that shit off.
Yeah, bro, he got to do something better than what he's doing at this particular point, man. My nigga, bro, you got to wake up and smell some Folgers, bro, because you know what he need, bro, on the cool? He needs some Hennessy, bro, because every good conversation goes down with Hennessy, bro. Like, that's what he needs. That brother needs some Hennessy. Because I bet you if he was drinking Hennessy, man, he would make some smarter choices. Now, I bet you that's what it is. He would make some smarter choices if he has some Hennessy.
I be thinking smart as a motherfucker off the Henny, boy. Bro. So I be drinking the shit all that them day.
Bro, I don't blame you, man. Actually, I need me some Henny right now. I'm stuck with that Douce shit right now, bro. Specs didn't have none, so I just didn't. I didn't bring any out. But the next one, I'm gonna take my Henny with me.
So,
but yeah, man, this Kevin Durant situation is real, man. I don't know what we gonna do with Kevin Durant, man. This has been a good soap opera, man. This is better than General Hospital at this point dealing with him. I'm not calling him Sonny Corinthos, but I mean he may be Stephen A. Smith's character, fool, at this particular point.
Oh yeah, everybody should be on that ass tomorrow, man. We're gonna see though. I'm glad we was able to do this though, you know what I'm saying, to tap on this a little bit. And because you know, so y'all might not know this, but we be having a lot of episodes that we be calling shit 2-3 weeks in advance, and then all of a sudden these big time shows be 2-3 weeks later and shit. So we're gonna start doing this on a regular basis now. We're gonna start. We're gonna continue to have our actual episodes once a week, which come out on Monday mornings. You know, and make sure you go tune in for those. And then, but we will be doing these right here, these quick takes, you know, on how to shit out, because a lot of times, man, we don't do these, and all the shit that we be
texting each other and we saying what we should be saying, and then all of a sudden we get up in the morning and fucking Fox has said that shit, ESPN has said it, and I'm like,
exactly.
God dang, bro.
Sometimes it take a couple of days to a couple of weeks for guys to start saying the shit that we already be talking about. So we're gonna for sure start doing this a lot more. It may be once a week, it may be twice a week, it may be 3 times a week. We're gonna do this shit though. We're gonna come out, we're gonna come at y'all correct. You know what I'm saying? But look, today that's all we want to do real quick. We just want to hop on here, talk about this Kevin Durant shit real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Cupcake.
You know, and this might, you know, if y'all don't rock with us and y'all happen to just kind of string along on this right here randomly, like I said, we got podcast is up. every week. You can go listen to it right now on what got it on
Catch up.
everything right now. Spotify,
Every
Apple Podcasts, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Call it how we see it. That's all you got to type in, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want topics for us to talk about, y'all can email us, y'all can DM us, y'all can hit us on Twitter.
Hit us up. Let us know.
Hit us up because we're here to talk about the things that don't get talked about enough. We don't want to talk about the same shit. We don't want to talk about fucking Tony Homo. You know, we don't want to talk about we don't want to talk about Tom Brady. We don't want to talk about I'm a diehard Laker fan, but I don't want to talk about
the Lakers
James
either.
every day. I don't want to talk about the Cowboys being America's team when they ain't won a championship and I don't know how long. I don't want to talk about Aaron Rodgers. We don't want to talk about the same shit that gets talked about. We want to talk about the shit that don't get no love.
Talked about.
It needs to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's why we call it how we see it. That's why we came up with that name. We want to call it how we see it. We want to shed light on the things that don't get enough love and enough light on it.
Yes. Because
y'all help us. Y'all help us help you. That's it.
Yes. Give us good content so that way we can give y'all good knowledge on how we feel about the matters. And every once in a while, you know, we can be able to hear how y'all feel about it.
Hey, come chill.
That's what's important, man. Interact.
Bring y'all favorite drink. We're going to have our favorite
drink. Hennessy on the table for everybody except for JJ, man. JJ on that Ura Ultra. You know what I'm saying? He on that tequila, bro.
It ain't just us two in case y'all are tapping in and ain't usually with us. You know what I'm saying?
We miss it.
It's me, myself, and Maury J. You know what I'm saying? It's my boy D-Wop. We got Tumo. We got the brethrens, you know what I'm saying? Eddie D. And we got JJ. They just not with us today. So again, go tap in. If you haven't already, go subscribe to our pages.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Do all that. We're gonna keep coming at y'all with fire though, man. We appreciate y'all that did come in and tap in with us tonight.
Yes,
D-Wall, you got anything else you gotta say before we get up out of here?
Yeah, check it out. You know, as always, man, you guys can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and my friend, the Twitter. And remember, again, I know I addressed mental issue again. It is a serious situation, man. So please pray for those that have mental issues, man. Hear somebody out. You never know how much an ear could be to somebody. And last but not least, our favorite thing is to honestly tell you, man, we come on here, we talk our topics, man, and we don't always agree. In life, you're not going to always agree with everybody. But the one thing you can do is learn how to respect everybody's opinion, right? We got to stop this cancel culture stuff, man. We're getting a little bit too far. So on here, I want everybody to know everybody's opinion is valid and it will be heard and will be listened to. But we will not sit up here and bash you for what we feel you may be wrong on, because that's what we're feeling at as a society. So if we could work on that, that would be a great thing. But until then, as always, man, we're going to work on that IG so we could be live next time. I'm going to work really hard to get that shit going. And again, it's call it how you see it. We love y'all. Peace out.
Take a shot for y'all before I bounce up out of here. This for y'all.
Take a shot. Let them boys have it. Woo, woo. Woo. Ain't no thing but it. See, look at that. He about to catch the Hennessy ghost up in this bad boy.
Yeah. I'm off tomorrow. I might head out tonight.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if I'm heading out tonight, man. I'm about to head down to the kitchen.
You gotta get up early.
Yeah, I gotta head down to the kitchen and I gotta work. Some people on here, man, maybe my coworkers. I don't want them to sit up there and be thinking, this motherfucker get drunk.
Yeah, man. Well, again, hey, we love y'all.